To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. The prayer this evening will be offered by the good delegate from Anne Arundel County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As a former social studies teacher, I want to offer a reflection this evening about history, and I ask as we begin to reflect or pray in a manner acceptable to your own beliefs. Article 1 of the Declaration of Rights in the Maryland Constitution states that all government originates from the people and founded in compact only and instituted solely for the good of the whole. As members of the 445th session of the Maryland General Assembly, let us not forget the good of the whole. Let us not forget our constituents who elected us to work on their behalf. Let us not forget the state workers, including our staff, support personnel, and every staff member that comes to work and supports us each day. Let us not forget to help those and support those who are seeking justice and promote peace. Also, let us not forget our ability to continue to improve the state of Maryland as a model, not only for the United States, but the world. We ask this in your name, and the House say, amen.
Amen. Quorum called.
Madam Speaker.
Has everyone recorded their presence? If so, the clerk will take the call. There being 129 members present, the House is now in session. So ordered, petitions, memorials, and other papers. Introduction of House bills. The clerk will read the bills and their committee assignment.
House Bill 1279, Delegate Attar, House Rules. House Bill 1280, Delegate Taylor, House Rules. House Bill 1281, Delegate Cardin, House Rules. House Bill 1282, Delegate Cardin, House Rules. House Bill 1283, Delegate R. Lewis, House Rules. House Bill 1284, Dorchester County Delegation, House Rules. By order, Sylvia Siegert, Chief Clerk.
Clerk will read the bond initiatives and the committee assignment.
Introductory House Bond Initiatives number 44, February the 24th, 2023. Refer to appropriations.
Message from the Senate, consent calendar number 7, Senate bills introduced in the House. The clerk will read the first bill and committee assignment.
Senate Bill 7, Senator West, Environment and Transportation.
Recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So much we consider the reading of SB 7 as the reading of all the bills on the calendar.
Hearing no objections, the bills are read the first time and referred to the appropriate committees. Message from the Senate, consent calendar number 8, Senate bills introduced in the House. The clerk will read the first bill and committee assignment.
Senate Bill 41, Senator McCray, Ways and Means.
Recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So much we consider the reading of SB 41 as the reading of all the bills on the calendar.
Hearing no objections, the bills are read the first time and referred to the appropriate committees. House resolution, recognizing the sponsor to introduce the group.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm Lindsay Baker, Executive Director of Maryland Humanities. We run Maryland History Day, which is a year-long educational program for students and teachers in grades 6 through 12. More than 25,000 students throughout the state participated last year, and they showcased their impressive knowledge of history through research papers, performances, exhibits, documentaries, and websites, which are judged at contests at the school, district, state, and national level. Maryland Humanities additionally provides professional development for teachers and honors their leadership through special awards. Maryland Humanities is an educational nonprofit organization that serves the entire state, and I've met with many of you already this session to talk about our funding, so hi again. And we thank the Maryland General Assembly for their continuing and generous support. And now I'm going to do the most important part for our students and read their names. Oh, don't drop them. One job. Lillian Merrill, Accokeek Academy, Prince George's County. And they're up there. If the students want to stand up when I recognize you, go ahead and do that. Thank you. Sania Pearson, Accokeek Academy, Prince George's County. Aaliyah Smith, Accokeek Academy, Prince George's County. They are. And just a little side note, those three are the only ones from Maryland that won at the national level. They are from Prince George's County. They won first place. Congratulations to them. Everyone else on the list placed. Simra Khan, Burleigh Manor Middle School, Howard County. Charlotte Tatitlin, Burleigh Manor Middle School, Howard County. Helen Zhu, Burleigh Manor Middle School, Howard County. Sabrina Wong, Burleigh Manor Middle School, Howard County. Parim Shaw, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Middle School, Montgomery County. Nime Sharma, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Middle School, Montgomery County. Rember Grant Berthy, Eastern Middle School, Montgomery County. Dermot Foley, Eastern Middle School, Montgomery County. Adelaide Kaler, Eastern Middle School, Montgomery County. Ryan Thirani, Howard High School, Howard County. Ryan Zhou, Howard High School, Howard County. Stephen Albert, Kenmore Middle School, Prince George's County. Sakshi Terodkar, Mayfield Woods Middle School, Howard County. Marshall Sivan, Roland Park Elementary School, Middle School, Baltimore City. Abe Stolbach, Thomas Johnson Elementary Middle School, Baltimore City. Dresden Venke, Walt Whitman High School, Montgomery County. And then we have 2 History Day Teachers of the Year with us. Devin Page, Calvert County Public Schools, Calvert County. And Michael Yuskevich, Arundel High School, Arundel County, Anne Arundel County. Thank you. Oh.
Yeah, want to read one so
Sure.
they'll know that.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Don't say their name, but just the
All right, great, thank you. So I'm going to read the resolution so our students hear it. House Resolution, be it hereby known to all that the House of Delegates of Maryland offers its sincerest congratulations to each student and their 2 teachers in recognition of receiving a gold medal at the 2022 National History Day competition for their performance, and then we talk about what their performance is. The entire membership extends best wishes on this memorable occasion and directs this resolution to be presented on this 27th day of February 2023. Thank you. Are we taking it with you? Okay. Thank you.
That ends the work at the desk. Delegation announcements. Any delegation announcements for tomorrow? Okay. Any caucus announcements? Recognizing the Republican caucus chair.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Republican caucus will meet tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. in the Baltimore City meeting room.
Okay. Recognizing the Democratic caucus chair.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The House Democratic Caucus will be meeting at 9 a.m. tomorrow in the Prince George's County delegation room.
Okay. Black History Moment to present would be the delegate from Howard County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues and guests, on behalf of my friend and distinguished colleague from District 12B, I have the great privilege and distinction to share with you the story of Sarah E. Carter, a resident of Cedar Hill section of Anne Arundel County in what is now District 12B. Ms. Carter was the first African American, one of the first 3 women, and to this day, the only African American woman to serve on the Anne Arundel County Council. Ms. Carter was by all descriptions a people person and a champion of the underdog. First elected in 1974, Ms. Carter's legacy includes opposing heavy industry in the northern or northeastern part of Anne Arundel County, voting against the industrial revenue bonds, which she labeled rich man's food stamps. She fought diligently for the fire and police departments and for the county's small communities at the same time. When, in the latter part of her term, she was presented with the firefighters because of her advocacy with a firefighter's jacket, they put on the back, Mom. Ms. Carter fought vehemently against the building of a halfway house in a small community near Brooklyn Park, not because of NIMBYism, but because it didn't make sense that the people living in the halfway house would have to walk through the community in order to access buses. She insisted that the halfway house be located near transit so that they could get to and from work and have a better chance of successfully reintegrating. And she won. Miss Sarah Carter grew up in Cedar Hill. And at the time that she was growing up in this wooded area, her only neighbors were a white family, and she became playmates with their children. Later on, her community service and advocacy turn showed up when she attempted to get better medical care for her oldest child. At the time, she could not use the public health center in Brooklyn Park, so she created the Well Baby Clinic in Brooklyn Park for Black women and children. She also created more school opportunities for Black children in the Cedar Hill area when she and other parents bought and rehabilitated a burnt-out school to provide more classrooms for Black children in the neighborhood. Nothing stopped Miss Carter. And in fact, when her 4th child was unable to attend kindergarten due to segregation and unaffordable tuition, she joined with a group of white women who persuaded the superintendent it was time to start public kindergarten. And a homemaker for most of her adult life, Miss Sarah Carter ran for county council upon the urging of other council members. In the 12 years before her run, she worked in the community registering Black voters and working at the polls. And in 1974, she won the Democratic primary by 13 votes. So don't tell me your vote does not matter. She was recognized as dependable, compassionate, caring, and became known as the battling environmentalist. Constituents and some of the news media said Mrs. Carter never got too full of herself after becoming a council member. She was still the same old person, pulling up weeds and cleaning up trash around her house that she always was, said Thelma Wagner, a longtime friend. People called her all of the time and at any time, and she answered because she didn't care. So, Sarah Carter spent her final years in Dover, Delaware, and died of heart failure on January 20th, 1998. But the barriers that she broke have remained open for others to walk through, and the legacy that she leaves continues to reverberate to this day. And with us tonight, we have in the rear balcony her son, Charles Carter, and two granddaughters, Kristen Carter and Jennifer Gross, and I'd like the body to welcome them in honor of Sarah E. Carter.
Okay. Any personal or guest announcements?
Madam Speaker,
Yes, indeedy. The gentleman,
from Montgomery.
I was about to say that.
Oh, okay.
I dropped my
Sorry,
pen.
Madam Speaker, just trying to be helpful, a little too jumpy
I
tonight.
appreciate that. The good gentleman from Montgomery.
Thank you. My friends, permission to use some delegates' names, Madam Speaker?
Permission granted.
Thank you. We have a doctor who's making a house call this evening in the House of Delegates. And I just want to, on behalf of Delegate Emily Shetty and Delegate Jared Solomon and myself, I want to acknowledge Dr. Walter Giblin, our doctor of the day. He's a district, he's in the gallery, and he is a District 18 resident, and he's a dermatologist with Anne Arundel Dermatology, and we're honored to have him here with us today and to represent him. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Recognizing the gentleman from Baltimore County.
Madam Speaker, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Permission to use delegate's name.
Permission granted.
Delegate Grammer and I, we had a tremendous District 6 tonight, and at the front balcony, if everybody would stand and make them welcome, we had a fabulous crowd. We had crab cakes, shrimp, had it all, honey. It was good. Make them welcome. And a special young lady named Brianka. She's up there for the first time. She's never been to Annapolis.
Gentleman from Prince George's.
Appreciate it, Madam Speaker. Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated is a historically African-American fraternity. Since the fraternity founded on January 5th, 1911, the fraternity has never restricted membership on the basis of color, creed, or national origin, though membership traditionally is dominated by those in the African heritage. The fraternity has over 160,000 members with 721 undergraduate and alumni chapters in every state of the United States and international chapters in the United Kingdom, Germany, South Korea, Japan, Virgin Islands, Nigeria, South Africa, the Bahamas, and many more. The president of the national fraternity is known as the Grand Polemarch, who assigns the province Polemarch for each of the 12 province regions of the nation. The fraternity has many notable members recognized as leaders in the arts, athletics, business, civil rights, education, government, and science sectors at the local, national, and international level. Here with us today in both chambers are members from the Eastern Province, which consists of Maryland, DC, Virginia, and Bermuda. So colleagues, please welcome the brothers from the Eastern Province of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Gentlelady from Anne Arundel.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And thank you especially for this wonderful treat my family gets to enjoy tonight. Colleagues, last month you all met my firstborn son, Logan, when he got to come visit me and sit with us on the floor. And tonight, I am so proud to introduce my two daughters. I do have 5 total. It's baby steps, guys. But what a lot of you don't know is when I was young and a teenager, when they had asked that security question, what's your dream job? My answer was so easy because it was always mom. And I was a stay-at-home mom for 5 years, and it was my dream job, and I absolutely loved every moment of it. And when I had Claire here, I realized I was no longer just a mom, I was a role model. And I looked at this beautiful little girl, and I realized that I wanted her to become the best version of herself, achieve all of her dreams, and reach the highest levels of whatever her chosen profession was. And I realized that if I wanted that for her, I had better do that first and lead by example. And then her little sister Chloe came a couple years later, and I had 2 daughters, and so I realized I really, really had to get to work. So these 2 girls are why I'm here with you all, and I would just appreciate it if you would join me in welcoming them tonight. Thank you so much.
Gentleman from Montgomery Howard County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I saw them from Howard County. So I want to recognize some citizens from Howard County and some parents as well, especially Hannah, Samira, Charlotte, Sabrina from Burning Manor Middle School, and Ryan Doe from Howard High School for their academic excellence. I think they were honored earlier. I want to recognize Ryan's mom, Jun Gui, and Helen's dad, Miss Zhou, are present here at the back gallery. So colleagues, please join me to welcome them. Thank you.
Madam Speaker. Cecil.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I wanted to personally thank all the members that came out to Cecil Night tonight. It was an amazing turnout. We packed the house. But I want to put a spotlight on the most distinguished member that attended, my father, my inspiration. He's here tonight up in the gallery. Dad Hornberger, if you could stand up behind me. Many of you don't know this, but one of the reasons that I'm here is that my father forced me to attend Boy State through the American Legion, which he was a multi-year commander in 1998. And that was my inspiration as a very young person to get involved in politics, and I couldn't do this without him. I love you, Dad. Thank you.
Gentleman from Montgomery.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to recognize a few high school advocates who are here from the One Love Foundation. One Love is a state and national leader in educating young people about relationship health. It was founded in 2010 in honor of Baltimore native Yardley Love. The One Love's Maryland office has educated 333,000 young people with life-saving preventative education. Please join me in welcoming them.
Madam Speaker. Gentleman from Anne Arundel.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I do want to introduce some guests, 2 constituents who are pretty important to me. But first of all, Jen Garcia, my Chief of Staff, and Cameron Sherry, who is a Crofton High School student in my office. But we also have my 2 sons who always ask where Dad is, and they're obviously here tonight. Jacob and Walter, would you please stand up? Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker. Who's on? Gentlelady from Prince George's.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It gives me great pleasure to introduce tonight in the gallery Mr. Dimitri Butler. He is here, coming here to volunteer to work in our office to learn about the General Assembly and all of the wonderful work that we do. Would you please join me in welcoming him here today? He's in the back gallery. Stand up, will you?
Gentlelady from Prince George's.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It is a great pleasure today to have my high school vice principal, Mr. McKinley Hayes, one of the distinguished gentlemen of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, with us here in the gallery. In the 90s, when music was under attack and there were lots of difficulties with certain bands, our high school class decided to do a fundraiser with a go-go, and he was the only person in the entire school willing to stay with us to make sure there was no violence. So if you all would join me in welcoming Mr. McKinley Hayes, a 41-year educator from Prince George's County.
Gentleman from Baltimore County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. You know, gallery with us tonight is Baltimore County Republican Central Committee. They were very proud, some of the hardest working people that volunteer for us. And a special shout out to wherever he's at is Brian Noon from my district. He's like a rock. This guy is there. And I just want to give him a special shout out. Where are you at, Brian? Thank you.
Okay, no one else is getting up. Recognizing the protocol, Chair.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Come on down, you sunshines. Come on down. My sunshines. Look who we have for this whole week. Some of them are coming back for the second time. They had so much fun the first time around. They wanted to come back and take care of you delegates the second time around. So, sunshines, when I call your name, you know what to do. Step up and wave to the delegates. Okay, come on down. And the first one we got on the docket here, Jaden Burney, Montgomery County, District 17, Richard Montgomery High School. Aiden Judd, and Warren County, District 33, Severna Park High School. Charles Gay, Baltimore County, District 42B, LaLoya Blakesfield High School. Samara Nasir, Carroll County, District 42C, Gertel Academy. Kayla Mattel, and Warren County, District 33, Severna Park High School. Margarita Souza Gerzone, Montgomery County, District 18, Northwood High School. And finally, Michael Tran, Montgomery County, District 14, Springville High School. All right, you sunshine, I want you to enjoy your week with us, and some of y'all the first time and some of y'all the second time. And make sure you go visit your wonderful delegates, because they're all fantastic. They all fantastic. They all look so good because they ought to be in Hollywood. But they're here in Annapolis. So, sunshine, I want you to enjoy your week, and anything that I can do and any of your delegates can do and Madam Speaker can do, things will get done. So have a great one. Have a seat. And thank you all for helping out with me, all of you protocol members that has helped me so far. I'm still waiting for the rest of you. Have a great night.
On that note, quorum call before adjournment.
Madam Speaker.
Has everyone recorded their presence? Clerk will take the call. There being 131 members present, the House is still in session, recognizing the Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the House stands adjourned until Tuesday, February 28th at 10 a.m., Legislative Day, February 25th.